Doesn't mention anything about video.
Here we go, we're coming up to the pagoda and bomb area and the lab area and all that. So coming up a secret, there we are, the most secret track and road and pathway in the whole wide world at one point. So we're coming up to the laboratories and pagodas where all the bomb testing, the atomic bomb testing was carried out. Halt at the barrier. Look at that. It's just a plain wooden barrier. Oh, here we go. Bombs and bits of bombs. So there's a 40mm casing, anti-aircraft round for both us perhaps. Got loads of blank rounds, so these aren't the normal rounds, these are just blanks. There's all sorts. But there we go, we've even got a Browning machine gun. Remains of. That's pretty smart, that. So that's got some sort of muzzle flashing. By the size, that's 303, so that's British. Quite good, know what I mean. No, now this, I would say, is a German butterfly bomb, an incendiary. No, it's not a butterfly bomb. This, I think, might be an incendiary bomb. Interesting, those veins on it. What else we got? So this is a big ass one. This is a big bomb. Interesting, look, whatever that is, rusted to it, is a 20mm cannon round. 50 cal, it's an American cartridge. This is some really good stuff. There we go, having just a look inside. So now coming up to the lab. The previous one with all the bits of bomb material and machine gun was the control room. So the lab, let's go and have a look at the lab. So this is lab 1 I'm going into. There's an art installation in here at the moment, and with the greenery and the foliage, actually that brings it to life quite nicely. But what a fantastic looking bit of ruined industrialism. I like that. I like how the natural world overtakes the man-made. It's not quite the same as being at Angkor Wat. No. Or that place where Tomb Raider girl was. Yeah. What was that, Taprom? Yeah. The tree trunks growing out of ruins, but this is it's cool. Actually, I think the art installation actually brings something to it as well, which is quite nice. This is around the side of Lab 1. There's lots of like dips and craters and that where presumably there's been impacts from bombs, and this is what we assume is Lab 3. We've wandered down here, but it's got hurdles there, so we're obviously not going to go and have a look there, but that there is Lab 3. So that's the back of Lab 3. As you can hear, it's really exposed out here. So this is the limit. It's as far as I can go because I'm up against the barrier. These are the pagodas. That's what I specifically want to film and fill the frame with. So they're observation. They're really cool. So this is the limit of what we can get to at the old Atomic Weapons Research Establishment. There we go, coming round. Lab 3, Lab 2, Lab 1. All this shingle. Glass? What's broken glass? What's the point? Is that part of the art installation?
I don't know, I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, that's kind of fused into the floor.
Yeah.
There's an art installation. Not sure what this building was, but it's in quite good condition actually, and it's solid. So there we go, that's it from Orford, Ness and the Atomic Weapons Research Establishment. It's well, I hope you've enjoyed looking around it. Okay, so this is a slightly different building to the rest. This is the last building that was actually put on site, built in 1945. So is it wartime, post-war? You know what? Tricky. Anyway, so this is now used for, well, there's some bunk beds in there. They use them now and again for something, and there's like the books and for meetings and stuff like that. But I like this building. It's that proper 1940s design. Utilitarian or whatever it's called. So this one is quite nice. I like the shape of this building. It was explained to me this was a First World War barrack block, but it's also a Grade 1 listed building. However, the problem is it's got no foundations, timber frame. They don't even know how it's staying up. So how long will it? Now this building doesn't look like much. It's quite modern looking almost. It looks like just some sort of rubbishy village hall, but it's really important. It's been here since the First World War, okay, when it was part of the officers' mess. Second World War, it became the receiver room for RDF, radio direction finding. It was actually here that Winston Churchill saw his first radar blip. Okay, later on it was used for social activities and then became the NAFI in the 50s. So really quite an important spot historically. Actually entering the building, you can still see kind of like how it used to look. You know, it's kind of slowly deteriorating a bit. The toilets had it. I love this wooden truss work, lattice work. Not sure what it's called. They've done some sort of restoration on it, and they've done it in the same style, but they haven't made it look like it's original. So you can see what's old, what's original, and what's new, which I quite like that. It's a lovely building. Yeah, you've got the lovely old floor, and you've got the unpainted walls. I think it's, you know, and the old style windows. I think it's really nice to keep it with that old feeling, that historical context, rather than plastering and painting and making it all like brand new. So these concrete blocks, just a couple of concrete blocks, a bit of metal. What's that all about? Well, those are actually really mega important. These form part of the base of the RDF towers. the radio direction finding, the forerunner to radar. We were the first country by a long stretch to have workable radar, and that was up there, boom, looking out there, and that's the receiving room behind it. Historically, these squares of concrete are so vitally important, because RDF was what arguably saved us in 1940 and allowed the Royal Air Force to meet the Luftwaffe on good terms and win the Battle of Britain. Well, we're on our way back now, so it's a bit late. That's pointing the wrong way. Whoops! That's a cracking visit, actually. I'd recommend coming to anybody who's a bit anarchy about kind of like wartime stuff, because it's completely different to what you'd normally find. So we're coming off now, and there's a lot more water in the river. Tide is up quite high. So then we get on the old boat and off we go.